Today we are doing 4 exercises. You should be able to do them. Even at an advanced age, you should be able to do them. If you can't do it now, save the video for later. If you already know them reasonably well, keep practicing them over and over again so that they are definitely there in old age. Why is it so important? Because these 4 exercises ensure basic mobility in the body, preventing you from eventually being able to move very poorly and experiencing pain. Also with a high chance, of course, always. So Eddie, exercise number 1. Please sit down there with your buttocks, feet towards here. Yes. Now we are first concerned with the back of the legs and the back of the torso, the back, especially the lower back. You can now take a loop or a belt. We might demonstrate it with a belt. Feet next to each other. We'll make the loop there, then you can grip better. And now the belt or whatever you are using for pulling must be set as high as possible so that there is the greatest possible leverage on the ankle. If you put the loop here, then you have to pull much harder to generate the same torque. Also as high as possible, but of course it must not slip off. Now reach in there with both hands, fully extend your knees, and now pull your feet back and pull yourself forward with your torso. Yes, pull forward nicely. And look, stop. Now we have to go back to 0 again. Now we can even make it a bit tighter so that you don't have to bend your arms so much. Then you can see again, attention, again, check if I was right in my assumption. Yes, you should be able to figure it out exactly, yes. So always make sure it's as short as possible. You can just reach it, and now you pull your feet back, and the exercise starts now, and then you pull your torso forward. Describe where it pulls, Eddie. By the way, you can join in. We're practicing for 2 minutes now, and if you like, you can practice with us now.
It is below my left knee.
Yes, everything is fine. Where it pulls, that practically limits how much you can do. It can pull in the knees, it can pull in the hips, in the buttocks, it can pull in the back. No matter where it pulls, it must still be tolerable. And Eddie, now not forward and back, but there is only one direction, forward. Back, at most exceptionally, if you notice that you have overdone it, that you would have to go out, if the pain, the stretching pain, is no longer positive. Then you can also go back, but otherwise always forward and always bend your arms a little more. Always pull a little more. Yes, and not so back and forth, right? Stay calm and always move forward more. The head can actually stay straight. You don't necessarily have to tilt it forward. It's probably already pulling in the back here as well. Could that be?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. And keep moving forward. We have already been going for over a minute. You can also maybe reach further there at the loop, further into the belt.
What kind of problem is this, like I have in my knees?
This is for knee and back freedom, above all. Keep moving forward, just half a minute more. And that is exactly what you simply do once a day. You keep moving forward, keeping your knees fully extended, also simultaneously getting a little workout for your upper arms through the pulling. 10 more seconds, Eddie, you can go out soon. What is it when I can't stretch my legs like this? You have to stretch them, and if you can't stretch them completely, so that you stretch them to the maximum. And now slowly out. Now slowly go out. Always nice when it eases off, right? Now please get down on all fours. Yes, go like this. On all fours. On all fours, wonderful. Okay, next exercise. Now it's about getting the abdomen and hip flexor, which are shortened when sitting, to stretch again. Go forward a little bit with your hands, Eddie. Join in at home right away if you like, of course. A little further forward, and now lower your pelvis. Yes. Always go further down, groin first. Yes, great, great, great. Exactly so. Yes? And try to bring the hips down and less the belly down. Are the wrists okay? Yes, that works. If that doesn't feel good, then you can take your hands a little bit outward. That is often a bit relieving. That works. Yes, does it work? And fully stretch the arms? Stretch your arms completely. Where does it hurt now, Eddie? There, in the back there. Does it pull in the back? Wonderful. When it pulls in the back, it is a sign for us that you are working against your back pain, right? Just shouldn't pull too hard. Always move calmly, move slowly, and the intensity must still be tolerable. One difficulty, one challenge exists with this exercise. Not mostly, often one cannot hold on long enough if one has never trained it before. It gets easier every time. If it's a huge problem for you at the beginning, then imagine you just put your forearm on the couch and let your body hang away from the couch, okay? Then it's easier and the arms don't have to work as hard, but it's a good workout at the same time, right? You can feel your arms, right? Yes, I like it. That has to do with my gravity. Exactly. Gravity pulls you in. And the heavier one is, the more gravity pulls. Correct? And breathe nicely, Eddie, and keep coming down with the groins. Another half a minute, then we've already made it through the time.
There is a possibility here that on the elbow or something like that here, this on the what?
Elbow, on the elbow, yes. Yes, you can lie down on a couch here. If you have a couch, you can rest your forearm, elbow on the couch or on the chair, which is a bit padded, and you can let yourself sag, and then the arm strength has to be less. 2 more seconds and slowly out again. Come back up, yes. And Eddie, now go back as far as possible. Go back and lie down on your stomach, on your legs. Yes, exactly. That is always a very good balance. No longer part of the exercise, but it's good to create balance from the previous exercise, right? Eddie, now we have to go to the corner. Everything good?
Yes.
Are you also turning okay? Yes. How do you feel now after the 2 exercises?
Warm.
All clear. Now we do the exercise in the corner. Look, come with me to the corner. So, what is it about now? Now it's about, especially when we're sitting at the table, when we're working on the computer, like Eddie does, yes, on the keyboard. Then we shorten here in the front and roll more and more into such a rounded back, and we want to open that with a counter movement. You can do that wonderfully in the corner. You can also do it in a door frame or on 2 chairs, where you then kneel in front of it and let yourself hang down, but we show it in the corner because that is the best way to approach it. Eddie, take your arms up to shoulder height and now go 30 degrees higher from here. Like this, go against the wall with your hands, put 1 foot back a bit. Yes, 1 foot a little forward, elbow fully extended, and now you go in nicely with the upper end of the sternum.
Wow.
And I always recommend this exercise if you ever want to feel what an exercise can achieve in terms of well-being for your body or what effects it can have. Then do this exercise, step out of the exercise, and feel inside yourself. And yes, then you immediately understand why you should do such exercises permanently, at least once a day, a good selection, because the sense of well-being you feel is transferable and can be established throughout the entire body. Where does it hurt, Eddie?
Yes, in the chest area.
Chest pulls, okay, so probably over the chest muscles here. Stretch the elbows nicely, fully stretch. Does it also pull in the shoulder maybe? Yes, there. Shoulder too, upper arms. Yes, the upper arms, yes. Forearms too, there, all of them. What is that? Triceps, bicep, what is that? Biceps.
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 Yes, rather the biceps.
Okay, and upper end of the sternum always further in.
The next question, do you have to put your feet, the whole foot on the ground, or can you...
No, it doesn't matter at all how the feet are. The main thing is that you achieve a good stretch up here by leaning further and further into the corner, so to speak.
So can I do that on the tip of my foot?
Could you do it? Yes, could you do it?
Okay.
Yes? You want to always go with the stretching, Eddie, to an intensity that you can still tolerate well. Shouldn't be too loose, right? Also, it must already be a bit exhausting, a bit tormenting, but positively tormenting, right? We always talk about the pain that feels good. It must just be a pain that feels good. Keep going further in. Now we have 15 more seconds, Eddie. Increase a little more now. Search for the limit, search for the limit, search the limit.
Wow.
Okay. Wow is a good sound.
I found him.
Okay. And slowly out again, Eddie. And now look directly into the camera. Turn around, look into the camera, let your arms down, turn around and feel inside. How does your chest feel?
Yes, open.
Open, right? Easy, yes.
Open and light?
Yes. There is no exercise where you can understand it so precisely. You could use it super well, the exercise, to convince your friends, your family, your colleagues, that every person needs to stretch a little bit with the right exercises. When they have felt it, that is much more valuable than 1,000 explanations, because everyone can tell, but feeling, everyone can do it for themselves and they can see it. Eddie, last exercise, please get on the mat again.
Okay.
So now please kneel down here, yes, stretch your feet, yes. And now try to lift yourself off with your buttocks. Okay, where do you feel it?
I feel everything in the front of my knees.
So important, especially if you also want to have well-functioning knees even in old age, in advanced age. Then I would wholeheartedly recommend that you do this exercise because the chance of keeping your knees in good condition increases much, much higher than if you don't do it. We have repeatedly experienced this. Now the first stage is to sit down. You're not completely down, Eddie, right? No. That would be the exercise, but after a few days, Eddie will be sitting if he does it every day and you do the same. I experienced it with people, 75, 80 years old, who couldn't come close to it. They still had such a distance downwards. After 3 months, they sat and felt much, much more comfortable in their knees, right?
Yes, I feel it here too.
We imagine for a moment that you would sit down now. Now we just continue backwards. Oh, it's still too strong, right? Yes. Then I'll show you that briefly. Stay just like that. Look, when you eventually sit down properly with weight, then you can go further and further back while taking the navel with you. And you can practically strengthen this stretching of the anterior front line, so to speak, the anterior body line, until you eventually lie down even. But that doesn't have to be. Yes, that doesn't have to be. Also, sit down like this, and maybe in a way that there is a line here from thigh to torso. That is already a good measure that you should maintain. If you do these 4 exercises, then we believe that many areas in the body will feel very comfortable, and there is also a great chance that there will be no pain and no immobilities. Eddie, do you have another question? You're out of the position. Honestly, Eddie is getting quite restless. Was it too much, yes? Yes, but I mean, is it possible to support with the arms? Yes, of course, yes, of course, yes, of course. You could also put a pillow underneath so that you sink in just deep enough to keep it at a level that is just bearable. That is always the magic word.
All right, okay. So see you next time.
Until next time.
Yes.
Goodbye, my people.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.